Travis Middleman is joining me. He's a design engineer for Ping, and we're going to be talking about a couple different things. Good to see you, Travis.
Yeah, good to see you.
We're talking about their new driver. We're going to be talking about their new iron. Which one is the Max? I've got this in front of me.
Right in the middle here, yep.
All right, let's talk about that first. I'm going to put that right down there. All right. This Max driver, typically, you know what, let's go to the business end of it first here, Travis. Could you want to take us through the components? You want to start at the top?
Yeah, we sure can, yeah. So a lot of the new technologies we're introducing on 440 are to essentially help players play their best, lower the CG as low as possible. So things you'll see at the first glance are carbon fly wrap across all of our models, Max, LST, and SFT. That's our composite crown that physically wraps from the crown into the skirt on both sides.
Yeah.
Really great at saving mass from an area high on the club head that we can use to lower the CG.
You can see it here on your television screens right now. Now it's revealing for us what's under the hood. What can you tell us here?
Yeah, so free hosel design. That's our new technology in the heel side of the face to free up a lot of mass, also pretty high on the club head. When we take that mass away from the high heel region, it allows us to take that mass and put it in areas that help drive CG lower. Mm-hmm. It also helps to free up the heel side of the face, so we get a little bit more ball speed on the face response.
Very nice. And what of the weight in the back that we're looking at here?
Yeah, a lot of the savings we get from those technologies we put into our CG shifter. So that's our ability to add mass in the back of the club in the most ideal place for MOI and CG. So it allows us in the fitting environment to move the player's ball flight plus or minus 7 to 10 yards, either in the fade going right or for a right-handed golfer in the draw going left.
That's amazing. Speaking about that kind of customization, we were looking at what we can do with the shafts, lofts, and lie angles.
Yeah, so trajectory tuning hosel, we value having a very lightweight, easy to use system to allow the golfer to adjust plus or minus 1.5 degrees of loft each way. Yeah, another tried and true method for us.
Beautiful. All right, so as we come back on camera here, I want to show you something on top. If I remember correctly, these are the turbulators on
That's
top,
correct.
Right? Talk to us about why you designed these into the head and what they're for.
Yeah, we've had them for close to 10 years now, and they're still just as functional today. Turbulators help to reduce the drag as the air is flowing over the top of the crown. They help to keep the air connected a little bit longer, which in essence helps you swing the club faster. So they're functional. They help you get the most speed out of what you can provide.
It's amazing. The way you were talking about this carbon wrapping the way, normally there's a seam, and this one, how do I call it? You skirted it right around the edge of the head.
Yeah, we finished it in such a way that it is kind of understated, trying to be there, but not as bold, very polished look at a dress.
Incredible. What kind of results are you getting with the new driver? Are you getting feedback?
Great feedback. We have two wins on Worldwide Tour so far. And it's been really good adoption. I think the concept of really low CG, the entire build is a little bit lighter, so we ended up going a little bit longer and a little bit lighter as the full club. So we're seeing really good high launch, which in the fitting environment is allowing consumers to play really high ball flight, and if not, we can also optimally fit you for the correct loft, and you'll see a little bit more speed.
Okay, I have the Max model in my hand as you were noting to us. What's the difference between the Max and where we go next? Say for a player that might be having a problem with the ball going right, or they're looking for a little bit more of a draw bias. Do you have?
We have the SFT,
one, right?
yeah. So we have options for all different player archetypes, right? So SFT is our straight flight technology. That's really for a player that needs to help correct a right miss for right-handed golfer. Someone needs to hit a draw. And so positioning the weight a little bit more heel side enables the player to close the club a little bit easier. We build it a little bit lighter to allow the player to square the club at impact to help promote more of that straight flight.
All right, so far you've talked about the general design. Obviously you're referring to MOI, et cetera, and how much you can affect the impact of the shape of the golf ball. When you were talking about with the first with changes with the loft and lies as well. Now we're talking about where you've got the weight so that we're hopefully trying to eliminate some of the rightward miss. How big a market do you see for these two in terms of percentages?
Yeah, Max is definitely our bread and butter in terms of where we see in the marketplace. SFT is a growing share for us. I think it's a good point you note there is that we've actually added a lower lofted SFT head because we felt like there are more athletic players that have entered the game that need help turning the ball over. So we've actually kind of doubled down in the SFT space to add a lower lofted head to help that faster speed player who needs help turning the ball over.
Okay, now I've got the LST, which is always, this is like, whenever you see the LST from Ping, you know that you've got the super sports car in your hand. What can you tell us about the LST?
So LST is low spin technology. So looking at where Max is a moderate spin, really good launch, SFT is trying to get the ball in the air and turn over. LST is geared towards the person that needs spin reduction. And we actually end up making a little bit more fade bias to help with that player archetype who's going to be using it. So it's a little bit more compact, heel to toe, front to back, kind of garnering that player's inspiration and shape, but packed in is just the same amount of technology. So carbon fly wrap, free hosel design, the CG shifter helps to dial in the left to right trajectory even for those fastest players. So everything we put into our Max and our SFT, we want to deliver in the LST just with a lower spin profile.
Is this what you're playing?
I play the LST.
I knew that. I saw that one coming. Okay, you did bring one iron with me as well.
Yes.
And I wanted to pull that one up. Boy, this is the G440 iron. Where would you like to start with this?
Yeah, I think it's our desire to help people play their best. We want to make sure in the iron space we're helping people get the ball in the air. I think obviously distance is great in the fitting environment to help sell golf clubs, but we know it needs to be functional on course. So with G440, we've taken a really good look at how do we lower the CG. The lower we can take the center of gravity of the golf club helps get more ball speed and launch higher, which we know is going to benefit people on course. So you'll see at address, we've made the face a little shallower, which means we can go a lot thinner for the same durability. So it does help to drive the CG down when we save that face mass from the face. But we do have a really nice cosmetic piece on the back there you looked at is their Pure Flex badge. So it's a really nice, aesthetically pleasing feature, but it does help to dampen out vibrations at impact. It's a badge that's actually made of 4 different zones that independently flex at impact. So we've worked so hard to make an iron that flexes. It's distance focused. We don't want to slap a badge on there that just kills all of that distance gain we just got. So Pure Flex is enabling us to dampen vibration, but also allow the face to flex.
I love this part of it too, when you're looking at that face flex, but look at the undercut in this iron. It's a deep undercut. This is a really deep perimeter weighted iron for a lot of forgiveness.
That is the foundation of Ping's philosophy on iron design and metalwood design, putter design. We're a foundation of putting mass at the perimeter of the golf club, right? So aesthetically pleasing, right? The badge fills that cavity, but we're trying to save as much mass to push it to the perimeter as much as possible, because that's where you'll get more speed and forgiveness.
I love what you did with the top line. It's kind of blunted, it's beveled on both sides so that it has the stability that you need on a top line, but it's so pleasing to look down with at the eye. Same too, as you guys will see when you see this in your golf shop, the leading edge is also beveled in terms of its turf interaction. Look at the width of the flange, the sole of this club to help you get the ball airborne, and then beautiful for turf interaction on the backside of it as well. You could probably also see, sorry Travis if I hit you with it, you also can see the offset of the iron. It's all beautiful. When I look here though, what am I looking at?
Yeah, so we like to weight our irons to every consumer, right? We have custom weighting of our irons, making sure outgoing swing weight from our factory in Phoenix is correct. So the way in which we do that, we're trying to do it as efficiently as possible. So that's actually a tungsten toe screw.
Oh, okay.
Coupled with a tungsten shaft weight underneath the hosel there. We're trying to balance those two in our design to elevate MOI while getting your club to the correct swing weight that you're going to order once you get fit.
It's great. Are these in the marketplace right now?
They are, yes.
Oh, everything is available for Ping in the marketplace right now. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much for showing us all of the new products coming out in the G440 line from